Hello, this is Papa G, and today we're going to do a sigil for protection against the evil eye. Today I want to do something a little bit different, and we're going to create an altar tile with the sigil we make. This is a small wooden disc you can get at most craft stores, and I've already pre-painted it with a light blue, and that way we can already draw on it. And I'm going to take a smaller circular object. I'm trying to create this evil eye look and put it in the center best I can. And I think it's pretty much in the center. Then I'm going to draw a circle around that object so I can get a center circle. So, as I have that center circle, and what I'm going to do is take a darker blue and try to go around the outside. Now I'm going to freehand this one. It might be even easier if you used, I'm using acrylic paint. It might be easier if you also used acrylic pens. You might have more of a let's say more ease in going around a circle. It is pretty tricky sometimes to go around like this, but I'm going to go slow, try to do the best that I can. You can see I actually went outside the edge. So what is the evil eye? The evil eye is in many cultures, and it really is about a specific stare, a specific gaze that someone puts upon you, which works as a curse. So that is the simplistic version. There's a lot more information out there, but today we're going to focus more on making a sigil for it. You can see I messed up a little bit. Don't be afraid to mess up. You can go back. And we are doing this rather quickly today because our main focus is going to be creating that sigil. And you can always go back, spruce it up, even recreate it if it's not the way you want it. But yeah, I'm just trying to get that evil eye look. You can see the beads on the table where normally there would be a blue around the edge, a white or a light blue, and then a darker blue in the center. But in the center of this tile, we're going to put our actual sigil that we're going to create. You could use this, you could put it under your car seat. You could put it hanging from the car. You can put it on your altar. When I finish with this, I will actually probably put this on my altar as, like I said, a small altar tile. And you can create this in any size you want. Maybe you'll do a really big one. If you like the sigil, you can recreate it. See, I'm trying to go a little bit around where I messed up a little bit, making it just a little bit thicker. Trying not to be too much of a perfectionist with it. Like I said, you can always go back. You can always go back and make it better. So we're going to set that aside, let it dry while we actually draw out our sigil. So this is just the way that I make sigils. There's several different ways, and I'll probably go over some of those in future videos. But first I start by writing out the sentence. And what we're doing is protect from evil eye. Now, the first step is to go through and cross out all of the vowels. So we're going to get rid of that O, that E, another O, another E. Whoops, I skipped the I. Go back to that. Now we're going to write down the consonants P, R, T, C, T. And then you just continue from there, writing down the consonants. Of course, then what you do is go through and look for any repeating letters, and you want to get rid of those. So you only want each consonant to show up once, because it looks pretty long. That would be very intricate. Oh, I see there's more than one R. There's more than one T. Wow, that looks like a lot left. I mean, it's a lot of different shapes we're going to have to deal with. So we're going to write that out. PRT C F V L Y. Still a lot of letters, so it would quite an interesting pattern. But remember, some letters will actually fit into another letter. The thing is to think about which letter you want to start with. This time we're going to start with the R. So we have that. I started with that because I know that the P is inside the R. And I can immediately get rid of that. Now remember, you don't have to go always forward, but it can be backward as well. So there's the C. There's the C hidden inside that R. It's just flipped around. We're dealing with the shape here. So what's next? Which one are we going to choose next? We're going to go with the V, which is already in there. At a little bit of a slant, but there is the V upside down. Already inside. Let's see, how are we going to do the next one? It's important to look at it carefully and see how you want to do that. We can do a T just by adding this little bar on the bottom of the R's tail, and there is the T taken care of. Now the F, that is easily taken care of. We're going to do it backwards and just put another smaller bar right there on the edge of it. Sort of looks a little bit like a 2 and a 4 right there, doesn't it? Now, what are we going to do with this L? It's already there. Hidden inside the R and the bar of the T is the L. And now we're just left with the Y. Sort of look around, look at it carefully, see how you want to do this. There's always a creative way if you don't rush. And I think I'm just going to do a bar straight off of the other ones. And there is a Y. So while we started with a lot of letters, it didn't turn out being too complicated. Once we broke it down and we hid other ones inside other letters. I often like to put little circles or tails in the edge of them. Here I'm just going to put a little dot in the center, which is sort of evil eye-ish. And here are just a couple of little dots. So there we have our symbol, protect from evil eye. Now what do we do with it? We're going to transfer it over to our altar tile. There's a number of things you could do with this. You could actually take that symbol, you could put it on a piece of paper, you can put it down in a resin piece of jewelry like a pendant. I always like to start with a pencil to make sure I'm doing it properly. You see now I'm not necessarily going in the same order in which we created the symbol, a little bit, but I'm now looking at it as if it were a shape, not a series of letters. So that's what I'm doing, studying the shape to get it onto the altar tile. There we go, and I'm pretty satisfied with it, so I'm going to go over it with this permanent waterproof ink. I kind of changed my mind. I think I wanted dark blue because blue is a little bit more along the evil eye. I don't want to use the paint because it's that's pretty fine to deal with. This is actually an acrylic marker. So it is acrylic paint in marker form. They're really cool to work with. So I'm going to go back and do the entire symbol. See how easy that is with an acrylic marker. There we do have that basic shape. And I need to go back in and put my circles. I'm not going to do it here, but you can see, well, a little bit, but you can see how you could easily take that marker in and clean up the outside edges of your circle if you made any mistakes. You could also take a black one as well, go around and give it a border, a darker blue, maybe a lighter blue to go in there and sort of clean up the circle. And now I just sort of made everything just a little bit fatter. I'm going to give it a little bit of cleanup. I want it to look good on the altar. And there you have it. You have the sigil for the protection from the evil eye, and we have it on an altar tile, ready to go to your altar.